I am now streaming.
BK, have it your way. Late night wizarding, eh?
Yes.
I'm so sad. Fallen Jedi Survivor got pushed back.
What's the date now?
It's like the end of April. It was mid-March, now it's the
Damn.
end of April.
Well, it gives me more time to buy it now.
I still feel bad. If only me
Hello,
and him
Lucan.
started game sharing
I'd
sooner,
like
he
to
could have had
practice
it.
with the training dummy.
Excellent idea. This time will be a bit more of a challenge. Ready?
I mean, the first
That'd
one's
be
on Game
brilliant.
Pass. Put the
Wonderful.
second one on there.
I'll set things up. Remember to cast all the spell combinations before the dummy lands again. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them,
You know what
let me
I
know.
could? You know what I could do before it comes out now? Resident Evil 3.
Accio, incendio, levioso.
Nicely done.
Accio, incendio.
Good one.
Accio, incendio. Levioso. Accio, incendio.
That's hilarious.
Impressive wand work. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
Thanks,
That's
Lucan. You've been a
hilarious.
great help.
Oh, stop. Don't make me blush. Seriously, well done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging
Forget
you
what
again.
you were.
Even though you won the tournament already, I'm glad to see
What's
you
the
haven't
third
stopped
thing that's
training.
downloading?
Stay sharp, my friend.
Microsoft Store?
Stay sharp, friend. Blake, I don't know if you heard, but I'm streaming now, so.
Oh. Gotcha. Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Hogwarts. 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 I'm gonna pop all this stuff. Oh, ouch. Download it later tonight.
Burgi.
What?
I wonder if there's a crypto buff, or the buff for crypto is we nerfed everyone else, so he might have a chance now.
We nerfed everyone. Everyone else is now worse. The level up
So he
rank
might
up
be
for
good now.
this guy. Terraria is being recommended to me on YouTube. Microsoft has been selling my information.
I wonder if Gibby got buffed, and if he did they make him slightly thinner? Because his abilities are fun. Is he not as thick now?
Herbology class.
Seriously?
What?
I didn't realize that it outsold Skyrim.
What else sold Skyrim?
Terraria.
Hmm.
The Terraria, more than 44.5 million copies sold. That's crazy.
Ugh, what am I missing?
Is she growing Punja's onion again?
10 best-selling games of all time according to IGN. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 at number 10 with 46 million plus copies.
Morning, Professor
Pokemon Go.
Garlic.
Pokemon
How
Gen 1,
wonderful it is to
47
see you
million
again,
copies.
Lenora
Professor
dear.
Super Mario.
Garlic.
You'll need these for today's
Super
class.
Mario Brothers 48 million. Overwatch sold
a
50
little
million
treat for your
copies. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe 56.7 million copies. PUBG sold 75. Wii Sports with
Class,
82.9 million copies. GTA 5 with over 170 million copies. Minecraft with 238 million. Tetris with 520 million
How
copies.
thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is
If you go to top
knowledge.
12,
The
though,
prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb.
Terraria sold
Now
nearly
then,
45
Today
million
we will be
copies.
acquainting
That's
ourselves
crazy.
with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
Made by an indie team.
Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
What the fuck?
Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new pot and pack down the soil!
That's
What
funny.
the fuck is that?
That's really funny.
The soil
It's somebody's
envelops the
Tinder
root like a
profile,
warm,
and it
dovey
says, to the
blanket,
guys over
putting the
25,
mandrake
I work a
right at
stable
ease.
job and have my own place. To the guys under 25, I love Star Wars and have a fat ass.
I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom.
People have
I've
way
arranged
too
for you
much
to have
time
your
in
own
Red Dead
potting
2 at
table
this
here
point in the
classroom.
story mode.
Wasn't easy to spare one on such late
People have
notice.
way too much time
Plant
on
the
their
seeds
hands.
there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy.
I should think Professor Garlic would be more careful with her mandrakes.
How do you stop this? A really
Some
big
medicine
bowling ball?
Okay.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello.
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead.
Gryffindor? Cringe!
Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
Here we are. Home of the Chinese Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
How do I toss?
Look at that! They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Huh? Huh?
Ah.
Huh? Huh?
Cabbages that attack people.
Why'd you turn to Homer? Donut.
As to why we should always wear our dragonhide gloves,
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so
I don't
much
remember.
to
I don't
offer.
remember that part of
I need you
Madagascar.
to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything.
That's funny.
Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
I do wonder about
Make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships. Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
Alright, time for my next class.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
I spent hours.
Maybe Aura's or someone from the Ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade.
I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round. Should you chop the Dittany or...
My parents considered keeping you home from school this year.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants
Let's
to
send you
get
something,
more
Burgi, for
ingredients
whenever
to
you're
brew
done
another potion.
strumming.
Brilliant!
Alright.
You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll
So
get you the Fwooper
Weasley,
feather,
of
as long
course
as you're
they can
certain
help
Sharp
you.
won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Your potion should not be that color. Now...
Yeah, well, I'm in here. I might as well rob him.
You said that so casually. And out of context, it just sounds like you're robbing someone.
Yes, I am.
What were you doing in the first place? It just sounded like, man, I already got what I wanted. Might as well rob him while I'm at it.
I was getting ingredients for a potion from my teacher's office.
So you decided to rob him while you're at it?
There was just a chest there. Of course I'm gonna rob him.
Potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
Well, I'm in here. I might as well rob the guy. He a wasted opportunity.
And now we add the mallow sweet and That's odd. What's happening?
Uh-oh.
Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Get it! Again.
Dragon Dog! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Adurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
Me after I
I'm
beat up
sorry,
Burgi's
Professor.
brother.
I was
Eh,
really
you know
trying
what,
to
man? I
help
might as
a
well
friend.
rob
Taking
him.
responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek from Gareth.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
Come here, yellow letter. Yoink.
This cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating.
Hell yeah, I got the BK ad.
Whopper, 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 whopper.
Okay. Have it your way. Oh, sorry, I don't want to get you copyrighted. Actually, no, you're fine. Barry said it in my video, it's fine.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
Transfiguration's far too difficult for me. Much prefer potion.
I asked him to cast a tool.
It's not. Is it down here? No, it's not down here.
tried transforming a rabbit into a dinner plate.
Where'd that page go? Yoink.
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it?
Accio. Levioso. Lumos.
Let's get you back to your frame, little moth. Ha! I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
I'm level 9, but I still can't level up.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
I've been collecting chispas, right?
What? Why would he do that? That's so mean. A ghost.
Oh, Burgi.
What?
Forgot to tell you. I don't know. You remember? I posted a Overwatch comp video, where I was DPS Mercy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it did well. And for some reason, whenever my videos do well, I guess YouTube auto puts chapters onto it, right?
Oh.
So towards the end of the session, you remember it was Miyu, Hemi. No, I don't think. I think Hemi got off. It was Miyu, Snail, and I think Hemi was there too. Yeah, Hemi was there. We're all playing our last couple of games because you joined late, and there was a Junkrat named Obama.
Mm-hmm.
So the last chapter in that video was called Obama.
Okay, weird.
I don't know why you did that. You remember Snail just got killed by him with fucking Obama, dude.
Are these flowers laughing at me? What the fuck?
This looks intriguing.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili Land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
What's going on over here?
They must have come this way. Think!
I'm robbing this guy. You want to help me?
Yeah, of course.
I thought might as well. I already beat him to a pulp.
I
Might as well
didn't
rob him
think I
while I'm
might
at it.
have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be serious.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Feel like things here.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
I'm not going anywhere with you. Protego! Stupefy! Tell Rookwood to find me himself. Accio!
that just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin, gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor, hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is
Incendio!
I am curious. But it's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Curious. The pyres are back where they started.
Incendio!
There, how beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow suit, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
I think it's bedtime.
No, no bib, only Hogwarts.
What?
More Hogwarts.
You weren't even watching. You don't even know.
I just click on the stream. He's playing Monster Hunter. I mean, you know how